Hey guys, I am Amit and you're watching Take a Boom. And in today's video, I'm gonna show you the 5 best smartphones that are available under the price point of Rs 15,000. By the way, I would like to tell you that it was really tough to choose among the smartphones. Even if you like the smartphone that is in the 5th position, you can easily consider it against the smartphone that is in the 1st position. With that being said, come let's begin. So starting with the 5th rank, the smartphone that could secure that position was Asus Zenfone Max Pro M2. Yeah, that's a really big name to say. And just like its name, it also has a big battery too. And that counts up to 5000 milliamperes. Yes, you heard it right, 5000 milliamperes. And this big battery is coupled with a 4GB of RAM and 64GB of internal storage. And if that's not enough, the smartphone also gives you the protection of Gorilla Glass 5 with it. And so every time you drop your phone, you can relax as you know that your phone is not gonna break easily. The phone comes with Snapdragon 660 and is the cheapest smartphone in the market available right now which offers this processor. Even though the phone has 2 cameras, the photography in this phone is just mediocre. One of the major drawbacks of this phone is that the phone does not come with any kind of fast charging, for which it takes a couple of more hours to fully charge 5000 mAh battery. The overall design of the phone is not that great. It has a big notch, a big chin. But the performance of the device is really awesome, for which it comes in the list of top 5 smartphones under Rs 15,000. The next phone on your list is Samsung Galaxy M30. Just like Asus Zenfone Max Pro M2, Samsung Galaxy M30 also has a battery of 5000 milliamperes. Being at a price point of Rs 14,990, the phone offers you 4GB of RAM and 64GB of internal storage. The phone runs on Exynos 7904, which is a really efficient processor which can run games like PUBG in their maximum settings and still giving a very smooth experience. One of the main highlights of the phone is its camera. This is the only phone on our list that has a triple camera, and with this triple camera it can capture shots like wide angle, portrait and many more. Unlike Asus Zenfone Max Pro M2, this phone comes with fast charging support, for which the 5000 mAh battery becomes really efficient. This is the only smartphone in the list to offer an AMOLED display, and we all know how good Samsung's AMOLED displays are. The smartphone runs on Android Oreo with Experience UI 9.5 on top. If the smartphone would come with Android 9.5 with One UI on top, the smartphone would have easily got its rank of first position in our list. Next up on our list is Redmi Note 7 Pro, the most anticipated smartphone of 2019 right now. You can grab the 4GB RAM and 64GB internal storage version for Rs 14,000 right now. One of the major highlights of the phone is that it offers you a 48 megapixel rear camera coupled with a 5 megapixel rear camera, and the pictures clicked by this phone are really awesome. The smartphone comes with Snapdragon 675, which is even better than that of Asus Zenfone Max Pro M2. It has a 4000 mAh battery which charges really fast due to the quick charge technology used in the phone. Just like Asus, Redmi is also offering you a protection of Gorilla Glass 5 with this phone. The phone runs on MIUI 10, which is a skin version of Android. The phone looks really beautiful with its small chin and that waterproof notch. The phone also comes with gradient color finishes which makes it look even more premium. This is the least compromised phone of the list and scores equally in terms of hardware, design and software, and becomes one of the must-buy smartphones under Rs 15,000. Next up on our list is Realme 3. Selling for a price point of Rs 11,000, even though the price is lesser than others, it still offers you a 4GB of RAM and 64GB of internal storage. The smartphone runs on Helio P70, which is a really good processor and competes equally with Snapdragon 660. This smartphone comes with a battery of 4230 mAh and comes with ColorOS 6, which is a skin version of Android which has improved a lot over time. The company also offers some beautiful gradient colors to choose from.
Realme smartphone.
Finally, the smartphone that got the first rank in our list is Honor Play. Initially launched at a price point of Rs 19,000, the price of this phone has dropped down to 15,000 rupees and now competes for the best smartphone under 15,000 rupees. The main reason for which this smartphone secured the first position was its Kirin 970 processor, which is a flagship processor that can even be seen on the Huawei P20 Pro. For this processor, you can easily expect a very smooth and most lag-free experience as compared to the other phones in this list. The phone runs on EMUI 8.2 on top of Android 8.0, and the only drawback of the phone is its slightly lesser 3750 mAh battery, but still the phone manages never to run out of power with its fast charging technology. For the price point of Rs 15,000, the company offers you the 4GB RAM and 64GB internal storage variant. Talking on the cameras, the smartphone is packed with a 16MP rear camera with a 2MP camera which is meant for portrait shots. The display of the smartphone is really awesome, but the notch of the phone is huge, which makes it look a bit backdated. Gaming experience is the best on this device due to its stunning graphics and one of its features called 4D gaming technology. And with Kirin 970, there is no chance of having any lag in this smartphone. Well, for those who viewed the video till this much and did not leave it in between, there is a bonus for them. Launched last year, the Realme 2 Pro is still a tough competitor, offering you 6GB of RAM and 64GB of internal storage for Rs 14,990. And if you manage to pay 2,000 more, you can easily avail the 8GB RAM and 128GB internal storage version. It runs on Snapdragon 660, which is slightly slower than the Snapdragon 675 processor used in Redmi Note 7 Pro, but with a slight compromise you get extra 2GB of RAM, that is the 4GB of RAM in Redmi Note 7 Pro and 6GB of RAM in Realme 2 Pro. The phone runs on ColorOS 6, which I told you has improved a lot over time, and one of the major drawbacks of the phone is its 3500 mAh of battery, which is enough to last you throughout the day but still loses in the competition as the other companies offer you even higher capacities. The phone has got a good reputation of having one of the most intelligent and fastest face recognition technology in the budget segment. So that was my compilation of the top 5 smartphones along with the bonus under the budget segment of 15,000 rupees in India. Please do consider subscribing to the channel, and if you like the video, please press the like button to encourage me to bring more such videos in future. With that being said, I am Amit Sarkar signing off.